Welcome to Void Realities. Here, in the quiet of the night, we explore questions that drift between wonder and science. Questions that soothe the restless mind while opening the door to infinite skies. Tonight, we ask, can you really travel across the universe? The thought seems impossible. Galaxies stretched across unimaginable distances, light itself taking billions of years to cross the void. And yet, the answer is softer, closer, more surprising than you might think. As you listen, let your body sink deeper into rest. Let your breath move slowly, like waves against the shore. Together, we will wander through light, silence, and the fabric of time itself. Not to chase the stars, but to remember how they already live within us. This is your invitation. A journey through science and stillness, curiosity and calm. So close your eyes, release the day, and let us begin. Can you really travel across the universe? Yes. You begin here, in stillness. Your breath moves in and out like a tide, carrying with it the rhythm of the universe. In this moment of quiet, you notice that before you take even the smallest step into the cosmos, you're already connected to it. The beating of your heart is not separate from the stars above you. It is woven into the same fabric, the same energy that hums through the night. The question lingers gently. Can you really travel across the universe? It sounds like something only dreams could attempt. Yet as you rest, you realize that every part of you already has. The atoms in your body have drifted across light years, carried by explosions of ancient stars. The iron in your blood was once the fire inside a supernova. The calcium in your bones, the oxygen in your lungs. All were born in the collapse of stars, scattered through space and gathered here, in you. To begin a journey across the universe is not to leave, but to remember. You are already an arrival point of infinite travel. The cosmos has walked billions of years to become the body you inhabit tonight. Lift your gaze upward in your imagination. The sky stretches endlessly, and yet it feels close, as though the stars lean down to meet you. Each pinpoint of light is a story, a sun blazing at impossible distances, and yet its warmth still manages to reach your eyes. Space may be vast, but the connection is intimate. The light of Vega, of Sirius, of Betelgeuse, threads itself through your retinas tonight. In a quiet way, they have already traveled to you. Travel, then, is not only about where you go. It is also about what comes to meet you. Light has been on the move for thousands, sometimes millions of years, just to touch the surface of your awareness now. You are not a traveler standing still. You are part of a meeting ground, a bridge where ancient journeys arrive. The first step into infinity is not through engines or rockets. It begins with stillness, with the recognition that you are already in motion. Even sitting quietly, your planet whirls around its axis at over 1,000 miles per hour. Earth orbits the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, and the solar system itself sails through the galaxy at more than 400,000 miles per hour. Without lifting a finger, you are already gliding, carried across the dark sea of the cosmos. Close your eyes, and you can feel it. The subtle pull of gravity keeping you anchored even as everything moves. The stars are not fixed points, though they appear to be. They too are wandering, drifting in their orbits around the galactic center. We are all voyagers on a spiral path, swept along in patterns older than memory. The infinity you wonder about is not an unreachable horizon. It is the ocean that surrounds you and the current that carries you. To travel the universe is to surrender to this motion, to recognize that even now you are not at rest. You are in a vessel, and the vessel is Earth, wrapped in an ocean of stars. So your first step is not outward, but inward. You let the idea settle. Every breath you take is shared with the universe. The oxygen you inhale has been inside mountains, rivers, forests, and countless lungs before yours. The water in your body is billions of years old, older than the Earth itself, born in the hearts of stars and carried by comets that seeded this world. You are already a traveler through time, through matter, through light. The thought brings a calm smile within you. You don't need to leap across galaxies to feel wonder. The journey has already begun. You are standing at the edge of infinity, and infinity is within you. But the question remains, if light can travel so far, what does that mean for us, bound by time and body? Can we ever cross such impossible distances? Or must we always be receivers, never explorers? That gentle question waits just beyond this chapter, like the faint glimmer of the next star on the horizon. Close your eyes again and imagine a single beam of light. It slips free from the surface of a star, hot, brilliant, unending, and begins a journey across the void. That beam is a photon, a particle of light, and it carries with it the story of its origin. It may take thousands, millions, even billions of years for it to reach you. And when it finally brushes against your eyes, you are not looking at the present, but at the past. Every star above you is not what it seems now, but what it once was. When you gaze at the Andromeda galaxy, the faint smudge in the night sky, you are seeing it as it was more than 2 million years ago. Long before humans walked the Earth, that light left its source. It has traveled patiently, unhurried across the cosmic sea, just so that tonight you may receive it. Light is a messenger. It crosses distances your body could never dream of, carrying information from one end of the universe to another. And yet it does not rush. It moves at a steady pace, 186,000 miles per second. To your mind, this feels infinite, impossibly fast. But in the language of the cosmos, it is both a miracle and a boundary. You cannot outrun light. It is the speed limit of reality itself. All journeys in space are measured against it, all dreams of travel shaped by it. To go from one star to another is not only about distance, but about time. Light reminds you that travel is not instant. It is a patient unfolding. When you look at the sun, the warmth on your skin is light that began its journey 8 minutes ago. When you look at the stars of Orion, the light has traveled hundreds of years to reach you. And when you look at distant galaxies, you are seeing billions of years into the past, long before Earth was born. Your eyes are time machines, carried on the back of light. The photon is tireless. It does not age in the way you do. To the photon, there is no sense of time passing at all. From its perspective, the moment it leaves its star and the moment it enters your eye are the same. Distance and time collapse into a single instant. The photon becomes both messenger and bridge, stitching together past and present. In the silence of your mind, imagine yourself as light. You emerge from a blazing surface, slip into darkness, and race forward. You cross planets, dust clouds, whole galaxies. You are weightless, ageless, carried only by momentum. And though you travel for billions of years, you never feel tired. To be light is to be pure journey. And yet for you, a being bound to body, bound to time, the speed of light is a wall. It whispers possibility, but also limitation. The nearest star beyond the Sun, Proxima Centauri, is 4 light-years away. That means even light, moving at its incredible pace, takes 4 years to reach us. For you to cross that distance with your body would take thousands of lifetimes. But don't let the boundary bring despair. Instead, let it bring awe. For even if you cannot yet ride on a photon's path, you can touch the past simply by looking upward. The universe offers you its memory in every shimmer of light. Each star becomes a letter, each galaxy a chapter in the great story unfolding across time. The thought is soothing. You do not need to leave home to begin your journey. The messages are already arriving, pouring through your window of night. Light has done the traveling for you. You're both traveler and witness, sitting at the edge of infinity while the past gently falls into your present. But there is another truth that light reveals. Between those messengers are vast oceans of space, places where no star shines, where silence stretches on. To understand travel across the universe, you must also understand the spaces in between, the deep, dark seas that light must cross. And so your journey continues into the great silence that waits between the stars. Now you drift deeper beyond the light that carries ancient stories and into the ocean between stars. At first, it feels like emptiness, a vast, unbroken silence where nothing moves and nothing breathes. You might imagine space as a void, an endless blackness with nothing to hold on to. But stay here a while, and you will sense that this ocean is not empty at all. Space is filled with whispers. Invisible particles drift like dust, scattered too thin for your eyes to see, but present in every corner of the cosmos. Clouds of hydrogen gas stretch across light years, serving as nurseries for stars yet to be born. Tiny grains of cosmic dust, the remains of long-dead suns, float endlessly, waiting to seed new worlds. Even in the silence, creation stirs, and woven through this ocean is gravity, the unseen current that keeps the stars in their places. It is gravity that binds planets to suns, suns to galaxies, and galaxies into clusters. Like an invisible thread, it ties the cosmos together, shaping its patterns with quiet strength. Though you cannot touch it, you feel its pull in your body every day. It is the same force that keeps you grounded on Earth. And it is the same force that binds the Milky Way into a spiral. Floating here, you begin to see that the space between stars is not dead space. It is more like a vast sea, and every star is a distant island. To cross it requires not only speed, but also endurance, the way a ship must ride patiently across open waters. Even light itself, so fast and untiring, takes years, centuries, even millennia to cross from one island to the next. The distances are beyond imagination. The nearest stars are light years apart. Galaxies are separated by millions of light years, and yet, here you are, able to think of them, able to stretch your imagination across the gulf. The very act of imagining is its own kind of travel. Pause for a moment and picture yourself floating in this sea. No up, no down, only the gentle pull of gravity and the faint flicker of distant suns. Your body feels light, released from weight. There is no air to carry sound, so silence wraps you in a soft, unbroken veil. You are a voyager in stillness, moving without movement. But even here, in the most distant spaces, life continues in hidden ways. Cosmic rays stream through the void, particles born in violent explosions that still ripple outward. Magnetic fields twist and bend, shaping the paths of charged particles. Dark matter, unseen and unmeasurable by touch, drifts silently, forming a hidden framework for galaxies to cling to. The universe does not waste space. Even the most silent regions are alive with unseen forces, and yet this vastness humbles you. To travel between stars is to enter scales of distance that defy ordinary thought. Imagine standing on the shore of an endless ocean, so wide that the far side is beyond the curve of the Earth, beyond the horizon, beyond even your lifetime. This is what it means to cross interstellar space. It is not just distance that challenges you, it is time itself. For now, your role is not to cross, but to witness, to sit with the mystery that space is both empty and full, silent yet alive. In its stillness, you can feel your own stillness reflected back. The spaces between stars are not barren. They are waiting, holding potential, like the pauses between notes in music. Without the silence, the song of the universe would not be complete. So you rest here, in the ocean of stars, letting its vastness calm you. You're a drop of awareness in an infinite sea, carried gently by forces that have always been here. And as you drift, a new question stirs. If this ocean is so vast, how do we ever measure it? How do we ever dream of crossing it? The answer lies not just in distance, but in time itself, in the strange ways the universe bends and folds around the traveler. And so your journey turns toward the next horizon, where the nature of time reveals its hidden hand. The ocean of stars stretches endlessly before you, and yet you begin to notice something deeper. Time itself is part of the journey. To travel across the universe is not only to measure distance, but to touch the strange fabric of time and space, woven together into one. Einstein once revealed a quiet truth. Time is not fixed. It is not a steady drumbeat that strikes the same everywhere. Instead, it bends, it stretches, it slows and quickens depending on how you move. Space and time are not separate rivers, but one great stream, a fabric called space-time. Imagine yourself moving closer to the speed of light. As you accelerate, something gentle but profound happens. To the people you leave behind, the clocks tick at their normal pace. But for you, inside your vessel, the minutes lengthen, your heartbeat slows in comparison to theirs. Hours for you might pass, while years unfold for them. This is time dilation, a soft bending of reality itself. It sounds like magic, but it is not. It has been measured, tested, proven. Astronauts who spend time orbiting Earth experience it, if only by a fraction of a second. Their time runs slightly slower than ours, because they are moving swiftly through space. The difference is tiny, but real. In the universe's quiet logic, motion and time are inseparable companions. Relativity changes how you dream of travel. If you could approach the speed of light, your voyage across the stars might take only a few years from your perspective. But to those you left behind, centuries might pass. You would arrive at your destination in what feels like a short journey, but your home would have aged beyond recognition. Traveling through the universe, then, is also traveling into the future. Picture yourself on such a journey. Outside your window, stars blur into streaks of light. The hum of the cosmos surrounds you, steady and endless. Inside your vessel, you sleep, breathe, dream. Your body feels only the passage of days. But when you return, whole civilizations may have risen and fallen. You have become a messenger from the past, carried forward by relativity's hand. This truth is humbling. It means the distances between stars are not only vast in miles, but vast in years. To cross them requires not just engines, but an acceptance that time itself will change around you. Space travel is inseparable from time travel, and to reach new worlds is to step into futures you cannot yet imagine. And yet, there is comfort in this. Relativity does not close the door, it opens it wider. It tells you that the universe is flexible, alive, responsive. It reminds you that your perception is not the only measure of reality. The cosmos is not rigid, but supple, bending to the weight of motion and gravity. Even here on Earth, you are part of this. Every step you take, every plane that flies, every satellite that circles overhead, all are bound to relativity's quiet rules. Your own time is subtly different from the time of those around you, depending on where you stand, how you move, how gravity pulls you. You live in a world where time itself is personal. So as you imagine journeys across the universe, let yourself rest in the wonder of it. Time is not a chain that binds you, it is a fabric that stretches and flows. You're not only moving through space, you are carried gently through time, your life woven into a grander rhythm than you can see. The thought drifts softly through you. Perhaps the greatest journeys are not about distance, but about perspective. To travel across the universe is to feel how reality bends around you, reshaping the meaning of past, present, and future. And yet, even relativity leaves you with a longing. If distances are so immense and time so strange, is there a way to fold space itself, to bridge the impossible gap without waiting for centuries? The dream of shortcuts whispers at the edges of science. That dream becomes your next step into the realm of wormholes and bridges where imagination meets physics. The vast distances of the universe stretch endlessly before you. Light itself takes years, centuries, even billions of years to cross from one side to another. Relativity offers its strange gifts, but still, the gulf between stars feels daunting. And so your mind begins to wonder, is there another way? Could space itself provide hidden doors, bridges that let you cross in an instant what would otherwise take lifetimes? Physicists have imagined such doors. They call them wormholes. You can think of them as tunnels, shortcuts through the fabric of space-time itself. Instead of traveling the long road across the surface of the universe, a wormhole would fold the path, connecting two distant points directly. Imagine a piece of paper, flat and wide. If you draw two dots on opposite ends, the distance between them feels large. But fold the paper until the dots touch, and suddenly the journey is no longer across, but through. That is the dream of a wormhole. The equations of Einstein's theory allow for them. Mathematically, they could exist. They might be like bridges suspended in the fabric of space-time, linking distant galaxies or even different eras. To step through, one would be to dissolve in one place and reappear in another, without crossing the space between. And yet, they remain whispers, unproven, fragile. For a wormhole to remain open, it may require forms of matter that we do not yet know how to create. Exotic matter with negative energy, something unlike anything we encounter in daily life. Without it, the tunnel collapses faster than light could pass through. So far, they remain more dream than doorway. But dreaming is not useless. To imagine wormholes is to stretch your mind beyond the ordinary, to explore possibilities the universe has not yet revealed. It is an act of curiosity, a reminder that science is not only about what we know, but also about what we dare to ask. Wormholes invite you to ask, what if the impossible is only undiscovered? Close your eyes and picture yourself at the mouth of such a tunnel. Around you, space bends like a shimmering curtain. The stars warp, stretching into arcs of light as if painted across glass. The tunnel glows faintly, a bridge to somewhere beyond sight. You step forward and the world dissolves. For a moment, there is nothing. No distance, no time, only the sense of being carried through. And then, suddenly, you stand under a new sky filled with unfamiliar stars. The journey across light years has taken no longer than a breath. Even if wormholes remain unproven, they offer something precious. They show you that the universe is more flexible, more mysterious than you may think. They remind you that reality is not only what you see, but also what might be hidden in the folds of its fabric. Science thrives on this balance between proof and wonder, between measurement and imagination. And imagination itself is a kind of travel. You do not need a wormhole to step into new worlds. Your mind can fold space at will. You can be here on Earth and also in the heart of a distant galaxy, carried by thought alone. In this sense, wormholes already exist within you, not as tunnels of matter, but as bridges of awareness. Rest in that thought for a moment. The boundaries of travel are not walls. They are invitations to dream larger. Perhaps one day, wormholes will shift from theory to reality. Or perhaps they will remain poetic symbols, reminding you that the universe is deeper than you can ever fully know. And yet, even without wormholes, there is another truth waiting. For the atoms that make you, the story of travel across the universe has already happened. To look for bridges is to forget that you are already built from journeys far greater than any vessel could attempt. And so the next step in your voyage is not through tunnels of theory, but inward, into the story of yourself, into the ancient matter that binds you to the stars. The path has carried you far, through light, through silence, through the bending of time and the dreaming of wormholes. And now, as the journey nears its close, you discover that the greatest voyage is not outward, but inward. The universe does not only surround you, it is within you, written into the matter of your very being. Consider your body for a moment. Every cell, every breath, every heartbeat is a collection of particles billions of years old. The hydrogen in your water was born in the first minutes after the Big Bang. The carbon that shapes your muscles and brain was forged in the cores of ancient stars. The iron in your blood was cast out in supernova explosions, scattered across space before finding its way into you. You are not a visitor in the cosmos. You are its child, its continuation, its living echo. To travel across the universe, then, is to remember that you are already a traveler. The matter that forms you has crossed distances beyond imagining. Long before Earth existed, your atoms were carried in streams of starlight and rivers of dust. They fell into the swirl of a forming solar system, settled onto a young planet, and eventually became life. To look inward is to glimpse a history longer and wider than any map could hold. When you close your eyes, you can feel this continuity. Your breath is not just your own. The oxygen you inhale was once part of forests, oceans, animals, and mountains. The water within you has flowed through rivers, clouds, and glaciers for billions of years. You are part of cycles far older than humanity itself. The universe has already passed through you countless times. This realization softens the need for distant journeys. To cross galaxies might be a dream of the future, but to touch the universe is already a present reality. You're not separated from it by distance. You carry it in your bones, in your blood, in the quiet sparks of electricity that flicker in your mind. Every thought is powered by energy that was once starlight. Every heartbeat is a drum in the great rhythm of the cosmos. And in this way, the journey within is endless. You can look outward to stars and galaxies, and you can look inward to the cells and atoms that reflect them. Both directions lead you deeper into the same truth. You and the universe are not apart. You are woven together, inseparable, a single story told in infinite forms. Imagine yourself now, not as a small figure gazing into the night sky, but as a constellation of stardust glowing quietly. You're a fragment of the Milky Way, breathing, wondering, reflecting. You're not only on a journey through space. You are space, given awareness, given voice. The universe travels within you as much as you dream of traveling through it. This thought is calming. It tells you that you're not waiting for some distant adventure. You're already living it. The greatest crossing is happening every moment, as time flows, as particles move, as your awareness drifts through the endless ocean of being. So the question that began your journey, can you really travel across the universe, finds its quiet answer here. Yes, you can. You already have. Every atom, every breath, every thought is a step along that path. The universe has always been moving through you, carrying you forward, folding your story into its own. And as you rest now, letting the words soften into silence, you can feel that truth settling deeper. You do not need rockets or wormholes or endless distances. The journey is already here, already complete. You're a traveler of infinity, and infinity is alive within you. The journey slows now, like a ship returning quietly to shore. You have wandered through vastness, through light and silence, through relativity and dreams, through bridges imagined and truths already living inside you. And as you come to rest, the lesson becomes clear. The universe is not somewhere else. It is here, within you, around you, always. You are not small in the face of infinity. You are infinity, condensed into form. The cosmos has poured itself into you, not as a distant gift, but as your very being. Every breath is its echo, every thought its unfolding. When you close your eyes, you're not turning away from the universe. You are returning to it. Perhaps the greatest travel is not measured in miles or light years, but in perspective. To lie still under the stars and feel your own body as part of their story is already a crossing of worlds. You have touched the past through light, glimpsed the future through time's relativity, and discovered that every atom in you is a traveler older than the Earth itself. This is not imagination. It is reality, soft and astonishing. The universe is in motion, and so are you. Earth spins beneath you, the sun carries you in its orbit, the galaxy sails forward into unknown darkness. You need not move a muscle. You are already gliding, part of a journey billions of years in the making. You are not lost in the cosmos. You are carried by it. Let this bring you peace. The need to go farther, to cross impossible distances, softens in the realization that you are already where you belong. You are not waiting to begin your voyage. It has been unfolding since the first spark of creation, and it will continue long after. You are a chapter written in starlight, a moment in the great story of being. As you rest now, you can let the questions drift away, like ripples fading into still water. You do not need all the answers. It is enough to know that you are part of the mystery, part of the rhythm, part of the endless unfolding. You are already traveling, already arriving, already home. The stars above you will continue to shine, and their light will continue to arrive long after tonight. But you can let them rest where they are, knowing they are not far. They are inside you as much as they are beyond you. The universe has always been closer than it appears. And so, as the journey closes, you are invited into silence, into stillness, into sleep. The kind of sleep that is not an end, but a continuation, another step in the long voyage of existence. Rest now, traveler. The universe is with you and within you, always.